under the Philippine Rural Development Project Global Environment Facility is tasked to strengthen the conservation of the coastal and marine resources base in targeted project areas by rehabilitating the marine protected areas. It also provides sustainable livelihood projects to fisher folks to increase their engagement in the management of the MPAs. For the Visayas cluster, the project covers 3 sites, namely Guimaras Strait in Guimaras Province for Region 6, Danahon Bank in Bohol for Region 7, and Giwan Coast in Eastern Samar for Region 8. For the period June to November 2020, we would like to highlight the accomplishment of GAF Unit of Project Support Office Visayas Cluster and are as follows. For the province of Guimaras, all inputs for the first tranche of MPA rehabilitation sub-projects were already procured and are being liquidated by PPMIU. Worth mentioning is the completion of the concrete guardhouse with a project cost of 1.262 million pesos for Tumalintinan Point Marine Protected Area in the municipality of San Lorenzo, province of Guimaras. The guardhouse will serve as outpost of the Municipal Fishery Law Enforcement Team. For the province of Bohol, on September 1, the PLGU turned over 1 small patrol boat for Kataban and Gindakpan MPAs in the municipality of Talibon, Hingutanan West, and Bilang-Bilangan East MPAs in the municipality of Bien Onido, and Sidlacan MPA in the municipality of Carlos P. Garcia, and 220 units artificial reefs for the Agining and Sidlacan MPAs in the municipality of President Carlos P. Garcia were delivered and deployed on July. Other inputs for the first tranche, like floating guardhouses, markers and buoys, and bamboo rafts were already awarded to suppliers and are under construction or fabrication. For the micro-enterprise sub-projects, the final tranche for the 8 sub-projects amounting to 806,440,000 were already released by PLGU Bohol to the proponent groups last November 4. Lastly, for GAF sites in Giwan Coast in the province of Eastern Samar, proponent of equipment and facility and capacity development activities amounting to 22.19 million pesos is ongoing.
These accomplishments will never be possible without the assistance of the hard-working NPCO hard NRM officers who are working on the ground. We would like also to acknowledge the efforts and ongoing support of our partner PPMIUs in the provinces of Guimaras, Bohol, and Eastern Samar, and our PCO 6, 7, and 8, and the implementation of the project. As to the implementation of GF sub-projects, it is undeniable that COVID-19 slowed down the implementation of sub-projects for both MPA rehabilitation and micro-enterprise sub-projects. Since some of the partner agencies are also implementing a work-from-home scheme, some of the needed documents, either for procurement or liquidation, are not immediately provided, thus resulting in delays in processing. Increase in the price of some items to be procured also inflicted delays on the implementation since the current budget is no longer attractive to the suppliers. To solve this, PSO Visayas GF NRM unit proposed additional funds for the said items and the WFP and PP for 2021. This, however, is still subject to approval from NPCO. COVID-19 also caused delays in the delivery of procured items, particularly in Bohol, wherein the suppliers requested for extension of delivery several times due to lengthy delivery of their orders from foreign countries, which are also needed for the completion of the package. For microenterprise sub-projects, infestation of algae and ice remains a problem in seaweed farms, resulting to low production in nurseries, which however results to delays in rollover schemes. Since there are no known solutions for these issues, the proponent groups try to avoid losses by transferring to other planting sites, regular monitoring and cleaning, and immediate removal of infected seaweeds. Aside from this, they were also linked with BIFAR to provide them with laboratory-developed disease-resistant species. The coastal communities, including the proponent groups, are not ready to adapt to the new normal. Most of the GF covered areas are not reached by any cellular service provider, thus marketing of RDS remains a greater challenge for them since they can't inquire from different buyers. The travel restrictions due to the pandemic added to this burden because they can't easily deliver their products. The social distancing being implemented in public transportation also resulted to higher fare. Some of the proponent groups chose to sell their RDS at a very low price to the local buyer, and some are consolidating their produce, hoping that the price will get better soon. The varying health protocols and requirements from LGUs caused confusion among the communities. Also, prohibiting senior citizens from going out hindered the production since most of the managers and farmers involved in farming belong within this age bracket. This can also be considered as a long-term issue since no next generation of seaweed farmers are expected. Right now, the greatest challenge for the unit is the continuous and constant communication with the proponent groups. Although the PSO Visayas GF NRM unit is continuously coordinating with its partner provinces and RPCOs. And provision of technical assistance was conducted virtually through various meeting platforms, and couriers were utilized to facilitate continuous flow of documents. The unit has its shortcomings in contacting, coordinating, and connecting with the proponent groups since most of the sites are far from cell sites and are not reachable. It will also be too costly for the proponent groups to go to the mainland or to the areas where they can get the signal. With everyone's safety in mind, the unit also refrained from holding meetings where the PGs will be gathered in one group. In the following months, the unit will strategize to look for means on how to reconnect with the PGs. Still, in consideration of the health protocols that each province is implementing and without putting anyone's health in jeopardy.
Every effort we do, we pour our heart, put our blood and sweat into it, with solely one purpose to fulfill, that is, to make this flourish